After hours.
Hello, it is I, the person with no name. Welcome. Okay, so for this video, as you can probably tell by the title of the video, that took me quite some time to come up with, believe it or not, I once again will be talking about social media along with the new Hulu film, Not Okay. Firstly, I wanted to state that I have made 2 social media videos that look like this, and now here's number 3. Also, I wanted to make another statement that I am not some kind of expert on the matter. I just found a way to not focus on social media 24/7, and I thought I should share my opinion on social media as a whole. So, when it comes to all the social media handles, I was always late to the game. I think Tumblr was the only platform that I had that was still trending, but for Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Snapchat, I've always had it when it was not as big anymore. Facebook is actually another story. I made an account just for a Pretty Little Liars competition and never used it again. Twitter I left behind once I graduated high school, and then obviously YouTube hasn't really gone out of style. So that leaves Instagram and Snapchat. Snapchat pretty much died when Vine did, but it's still around and hanging by a thread. Personally, Instagram was the most addicting social media platform I had. Now, the reason why I left it is because of the amount of times I've gone on the platform, time I've wasted, people I was so interested in, even though they haven't a clue that I exist, the comparisons I've made to people I don't even know. There's an infinite amount of reasons why I don't find it at all healthy, and I'm pretty sure the people watching this can think of many different reasons that I didn't already mention, but those were just a few. So think to yourself, the one social media platform that you spend most of your time using. If you can't think of it and have an iPhone, they'll show you what it is in about 2 seconds and then some. If you have more than one, it's fine. Now think of the reason why you like it so much and then why you hate it so much. I'm pretty sure all the platforms have just as much cons as they do pros.
Why does the sun go on shining?
This is now where I bring in the Hulu film Not Okay. First off, this is an unpopular opinion or statement, but I would love to get in contact with Danny's nail tech. I don't care if I have to fly a plane, drive, or even boat my way to that person. I'll be there. Because the fact that her nails that I could not take my eyes off of lasted the entire movie without a color fade or chip is art. It is true talent. I just thought that should be stated. Back to what I was originally saying. If you haven't watched Not Okay, please do so at some point today. It's on Hulu, and it was a lot better than I thought. Originally, I'm not going to lie, I had no idea what this movie was about. All I knew was that this was the film that Dylan O'Brien with the blonde hair that I have some mixed feelings about still was in the movie. And I didn't care if it was just a cameo, which I felt like it was going to be, but I was going to watch it either way. Also, Zoe, forgot how to say her last name, was in it, and I recently watched The Two in the Outfit, which is also good and was definitely going to give this movie a shot. Once the trailer came out, though, I was all in. The film is about a misguided young woman who is desperate for friends and fame, takes a trip to Paris to update her social media presence. A terrifying incident takes place in the real world, which becomes a part of the imaginary trip and offers all she wants. I'm not going to talk about everything that happens in the film because Danny Sanders' storyline is pretty interesting, to say the least. I'm just here to discuss the first 10 minutes of the film, which is feeling so alone and out of touch with everyone else that you would do anything to get that attention, which is acting like you're living glamorously while you're on a vacation. Meanwhile, you're just sitting in your New York rat-infested apartment, photoshopping every single detail. So here's my question. If you were Danny Sanders, would you do what she did? And I mean before she lies about being in a traumatic attack. Honestly, think about it. We are so interested in the likes, the views, and the comments that some of these platforms had to take them down so people wouldn't be so infatuated about it, because there have been studies about how depressed people get. Honestly, I can see where Danny is coming from, having that small moment of fame, because we've seen how much that can change someone's life for the better. Like YouTubers getting money for posting their daily lives, Instagram influencers getting paid for posting 1 photo a day or 2 a week, TikTokers doing whatever TikTokers do, I don't know, like sponsors or something, because after Instagram, I didn't want to be trapped in another social media wormhole. But we have seen so many good benefits from people who have these accounts that of course we'd want to fall underneath the same position as Danny before the whole thing goes downhill. One thing that has helped me get through being away from socials is watching other people explain why they stopped using it and how they stopped. So here are just a few if you would like to watch, but please finish watching mine. Knowing that there are other people who are in your footsteps can truly help you feel not so alone.
Just take it one day at a time.
I know it's easier said than done, and hearing it makes you want to... But sometimes it is helpful. When I first started, I made myself not go on it for a full day. And it's hard, I'm not gonna lie. And it does make you realize how addicted you are to the app or apps. Then I started going once a week and then once a month. Once the month was over and I could finally go on it, I thought I missed so much when I realized that I didn't. And I would try to like all my friends' posts that I missed until it became too much and I realized that they really don't care. So one day, since I knew I could survive a whole month, why not go longer? And then towards the end of last year, 3 months of not being on Instagram was the longest I've ever been away from the app. Now, in the year of 2022, I have been away for 5 months and counting, which is something I never thought I'd do.
But I'm here.
Before you forget about your socials, I'd say to unfollow the people who don't mean anything to you, the ones that make you feel bad about yourself, let you down without even trying, the ones you compare yourself to. I've stated this in a video before, but I've heard either from Indy Navretti, I think that's how you say her last name, or Victoria Pedretti, that you should only follow the people that inspire you instead of bringing you down without even trying.
Nothing I post on my Instagram. I don't think anybody follows me on Instagram because they appreciate my Instagram content. I post about things I care about. I post about my friends. I post about like the art and work that like my friends are doing because I'm really proud of them. And I don't like have a blog or anything, so it's kind of cool because it seems like people want to know what I might do next, you know, and it's a real compliment to know that people want to see more of me as opposed to less.
For example, one of the people I had to unfollow was Zendaya. She's a fashion icon, she's won an Emmy and whatever, and she is glorified by many. It's also quite nerve-wracking to see someone thriving around your age in something you really want to do in your life, but you're just not quite there yet. Comparisons can play a big part when it comes to social media harming your mental health, which is definitely a quote I surely stand by. If you follow just your family and friends, that's great. I feel like it's less of an addiction because most of us are addicted to the sight of the pretty people and attractive celebrities we see on whatever platform you use. Just because you're letting go doesn't mean you have to delete the app. I didn't. If you really have to, then go for it if you don't think you can handle it. But if you think you can do what I did, which was just set a page on your phone that has the apps you don't really want to use anymore. That way, if you do want to reward yourself or see what you've missed in a year, you can do so without having to create a new account or re-upload the app and enter the username and password you've probably forgotten. As stated many times before, social media is a type of drug, so it is completely normal to fall back into the black hole after not being on it for so many years, or months, or days, or weeks, whatever. As long as you get out of the dark hole, I guarantee you, you'll be able to not stay there for long, because you already know how long you can last without it. I think I covered everything I wanted to discuss without it being too long and detailed, so I really hope this helps you in any way. If you yourself have any tips about staying away, feel free to leave them in the comment section because I too would like to know how to stay away even more. I'd really like to make it to a year and I'm almost halfway there. Seriously, once you're out of there, you realize how stupid it was to create those Tumblr filter or posts with the white borders. As simple as that trend was, that was such a time-consuming detail for just a post. Or there's posting those unnecessary food posts or posting a selfies just so you can show off your new outfit to the few people that truly care or don't. It's all just so stupid of how much you're giving to a bunch of people who you don't truly know, or to people who don't truly know you. One video I watched recently said how they enjoy the mystery they got back after not posting so much anymore or at all. And honestly, it feels kind of cool to be the outsider who actually doesn't have social media. So I will continue to let the mystery linger on for as long as possible. To end this last part tied up with a bow, I just wanted to make a statement that I actually kind of like the ending of Not Okay. Inserting spoiler alert now. As stated in the film, there is no character arc, and it was quite enjoyable to see because not every story needs a happy ending because life doesn't always work that way. Newfound discovery, I know. What Rowan said is definitely what Danny needed to hear, and I'm glad we didn't get that slow zoom-in shot and heroic annoying music in the background while Danny was saying her apology speech. It just ended. So, I wanted to thank you for listening / watching my film talk.
Busy, the schedule busy, my head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie, my cousins are crazy, my cousins like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it should be. Been here for 10, but I feel like a rookie. I tell her look up, cause it's snowing in Tussies.
Bitches, am I right? Damn, she still got that backside on her though. Got the thickie, that fatty, right?
Colin, you're from Maine.
Okay, cool, Harper, great. We all know information about each other.